Okay, we're going to go over 7 things that you did not know about business loans. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is the idea that good credit is not the sole criteria for getting a loan approved. Certainly, it helps if you have good credit. Lenders are going to pull your personal credit and the personal credit of any owner in the business that has more than 20% of the business. So it's not the sole criteria, but it really does help. Now, how do you define good credit? Generally speaking, if you're pulling one of the credit bureaus, somewhere around a 650 to a 700 or higher score is generally considered good credit, usually over about 650. I should know, I sat on the board of one of the largest credit bureaus in the United States, and somewhere around 750 is considered good credit. So you don't have to have good credit. It's not the sole reason to get a loan. They're the sole thing that's looked at to get a loan, but it really, really does help. Also, business loans aren't just used for new expenses. They can be used for businesses that are trying to expand. As a matter of fact, business loans generally aren't really good for startup costs because lenders expect to get paid back. And to get paid back, you have to have cash flow coming out of a business to make your payments. So actually, business loans aren't always good for startups. They're generally better for businesses that have been around for 2, 3, or more years of business, and you're using the funds to expand. Maybe you need to buy more inventory. Maybe you need to buy more equipment. You need to hire more people. Those types of things are when business loans are more appropriate. Okay, the third thing that you need to understand about business loans is that you don't have to have collateral to be able to get a loan. There are business lenders who will give you a business loan with zero collateral whatsoever. We call those unsecured loans. And so you don't have to have collateral. Now, what is collateral? Collateral would look like equipment. Lenders love real estate as collateral, inventory, accounts receivable, all the different assets that a business can have can be considered collateral for a loan, but you don't have to have it. If you're going for a much larger business loan, then you need to count on having collateral, but smaller dollar amounts, generally speaking, let's say under $100,000 or even $50,000, you won't necessarily be required to have collateral. Banks aren't the only lenders. This one's really important. So a lot of people just think about banks when they think about business loans. There are other traditional lenders like credit unions. You need to check into those. Matter of fact, credit unions can often be even more business friendly than some banks. So credit unions are an option for you. There are also lenders who are not even financial institutions. So there are lenders who all they do is loan out money. They're not a bank. They're not a credit union. They don't carry deposits. All they do is make loans. And there are plenty of those out there. There are even marketplaces that you can apply to for a business loan. And that marketplace will put you in front of multiple lenders with one application. Also, applying for an SBA loan is absolutely free and it's pretty easy. An SBA loan is generally something that you would seek by talking to a traditional lender. The Small Business Administration, the SBA, has what they call preferred lender partners. These are, generally speaking, banks and credit unions that make SBA loans on the SBA's behalf. What's happening is the SBA is just guaranteeing that loan, so the lender is having less risk, and therefore they're encouraged to make the loan to you. So another thing to understand about business loans is applying for an SBA loan is pretty easy. Depending on the amount you're going for, it could be that the lender just makes the loan and tells the SBA that that loan was done. Sometimes, depending on the loan amount, they don't even have to ask for the SBA's permission to make that loan. Also, SBA approved lenders give you access to more loan options, okay? So there's a variety of SBA loan programs. They have what's called a micro loan program for very small dollar amounts. The traditional SBA path is called the 7A program, and there's what's called a 504 program when it's related to SBA loans. SBA loans also do, a little extra tip for you, loans also help you with extending the term of your loan so that your payment is smaller. And the best part of an SBA loan is it will reduce the amount of money that you as a borrower have to put in. So for example, if you're borrowing $100,000, generally speaking, a lender will require you to put 20% into the deal. So they would give you 80, you would put 20 in, and you would be able to buy that $100,000 piece of equipment or that $100,000 piece of real estate or whatever it is In some SBA programs that they limit your cash injection to 10%. So in that example, instead of 20,000, you'd only have to put $10,000 into the deal. And then the last thing to understand about business loans that you may not have known is just because you get turned down by one lender does not mean that you can't get a business loan. When you work with someone like me and my company, we have over 200 plus lenders in our network with all kinds of loan appetites, all the way from less risky to more risky. Being declined is not the end all be all. Make sure that you talk to lots of lenders. The best thing to do is to have someone like my company represent you, where we can take you to a variety of lenders with one application. And that helps make sure you get the best deal out there. Or even if you're declined, maybe there's someone else who will do that loan for you. One more thing before I let you go. If you are interested in creating a new source of income or starting a brand new business, you should consider my commercial loan broker in a BlockBox platform. We train and support people who are new to business loan brokering. And there's even options to co-broker deals alongside me and my team, where we teach you how it works. And we go out, we close deals, and we make money together. Thanks for spending time with me today. Hope you have a good one. Take care.